I'm Captain Pat May, Chairman of the Negotiating Committee. Joining me today are Negotiating Committee members, Captain Rich Brown and Captain Mike Wascalnes. Over the next several minutes, we'll discuss with you the status of negotiations and the transition into mediation. Over the past 16 months, we've been working to reach an agreement that meets the MEC's overall goal for negotiation: to establish an industry-leading contract that meets our members' focus priorities of enhanced retirement benefits and pay rates with targeted quality of life improvements. This goal, driven by your direct input from extensive pilot surveys, accurately reflects the hard work and monumental effort you deliver for our company and our customers every day. We have successfully completed negotiations on 8 of the 12 total sections that have been opened. These sections contain the broader quality of life goal, which was identified in the FDX MEC opener. The sections that we have now completed and shelved include Sections 1, Scope, Section 4, Minimum Guarantees and Other Pay Provisions, Section 7, Vacation, Section 8, Deadheading, Section 12, Hours of Service, Section 21, the Mediation LOA, Section 25, Scheduling, and Section 26, General. What remains is largely economic and includes per diem, duration, pay rates to include recovery of wages since our last pay rate increase, and retirement, in particular increasing the current pension final average earnings cap. These remaining items are extremely straightforward. In fact, they easily fit on a single page, which we refer to as a term sheet. They cover 2 of the 3 primary goals in the MEC opener. We're not surprised to see these items at this stage. Particularly, we identified early on in negotiations that a proper retirement improvement would be the long pole in the tent. While progress was being made in direct negotiations as we transitioned to term sheets, it became obvious to us that the company, while making marginal improvements, was not taking into account our stated objectives and would have left us well short of what is needed to produce an agreement that the MEC could strongly support and endorse for ratification. Because of what was happening at the table and taking into account the few items remaining, we recommended that the MEC consider filing for federal mediation. The MEC was equally frustrated by the pace and limited movement. After deliberation, the MEC unanimously supported mediation. There are items unique to this process that you should be aware of. Rich and Mike will discuss those with you.
To provide some context, this is the first time that ALPA has initiated the application for mediation. Previously, the company initiated the process by filing for mediation in both the 2006 and 2015 contract negotiations. In both of these circumstances, a substantial number of items were still open, which caused mediation to last for many months. Negotiations that led to the 1999 FPA contract were also under NMB Mediation and followed by 3 years in a release status. This time, the MEC chose to file, and the company, at our invitation, elected to join us in that filing. The joint filing allowed us to also request expedited mediation with the NMB, which has been rarely used. We believe that the company joining us for expedited mediation is a positive step and is in line with our original focused agenda and shortened timeline. To be clear, expedited mediation is still mediation. It is simply a hybrid form of mediation. It is different from traditional mediation for a few important reasons. First, the parties need to apply for mediation jointly, rather than traditional mediation, which also allows either party to unilaterally request it. Second, to be considered for expedited mediation, there can only be limited items remaining to be negotiated, not entire sections. Typically fewer than 8 items, but it's very dependent upon the circumstances. Third, expedited mediation allows the parties to be given priority among the other groups that may already be working with the NMB. It also provides for the assignment of a senior mediator and an aggressive schedule of meetings. Lastly, expedited mediation requires development of a protocol agreement between the parties and the concurrence of the mediator. This protocol includes items very similar to those provided in our normal Section 6 protocol agreement. Simply put, it provides more of a roadmap as compared to traditional mediation and lays out more definitive terms and expectations for both parties. Outside of these items, it is still mediation. Mediation is designed to bring the parties together, and the NMB's priority is to facilitate getting the parties to a tentative agreement.
The first thing to happen, as Rich mentioned, is the assignment of a senior mediator, which has already occurred. The mediator assigned to us is someone that we have experience with from a prior mediation, Mike Tosi. Mr. Tosi will now meet with each party first privately and then jointly to discuss a protocol agreement. These meeting dates are already established and will occur on October 27th and 28th. At that point, the parties will work out the schedule for negotiating dates, the location, and discuss what expectations the mediator may have. This negotiating process is dynamic and now involves a third party, the NMB, meaning that we have relinquished some control of the process. As Rich also mentioned, the NMB's primary function during mediation is to provide for the prompt and orderly resolution of collective bargaining disputes. The NMB responsibility is to keep parties in mediation until it has expended all reasonable efforts to reach an agreement. To take it beyond this point, you can also check out the FDX ALPA video link on the RLA process if you want a deeper understanding of the provisions beyond mediation. As we confirm more information with Mr. Tosi, such as meeting dates, we will keep the pilots informed.
Moving the process out of direct negotiations into mediated negotiations was not inevitable. The company could have completed this had they come to the table with a more significant response to our last term sheet proposal. Unfortunately, that was not the case, but we will continue with the same level of commitment and effort as we have throughout bargaining. We understand exactly what it will take to get a deal done inside expedited mediation. We're encouraged by the willingness of the company to join us in this process. Both parties are maintaining the original focus on the high priority issues to reach a fair and sustainable outcome for the company and an industry-leading contract that you deserve. You will not see a deal until we are satisfied we have met your expectations. Now, more than ever, we need your support to bring this deal to the finish line. Your participation in our negotiating efforts will provide us with the best possibility to conclude negotiations in the shortest possible time.